Alright, hello guys. Welcome to another match of Little War Games. I'm here playing the blue pieces, and I'm playing my opponent. He is a guest, it looks like, but I don't think he is just a guest. I'm pretty sure he is more experienced than that. Alright, so what do? We're playing on Cloud Kingdom, and so it's not a typical ranked map. So you can go for different strategies here. I think the strategy that I decide to go for is a quick expand into Watchtower into Barracks. And he does the exact same thing, just a little bit faster than I can. Alright, so he's going for his quick expand. We're both macroing, it looks like. Go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Yes, so it looks like we are both expanding, and then, oh, I forgot to, I should show this. He goes for a really early fortress, which allows him to grab a quick dragon's lair. And so I think what I should have been doing at this point, well, I'm macroing pretty well, so I'm getting workers, I'm getting my house. But this worker I probably should have sent over straight away. He just scouted and just, saw what he was up to. I think that would have been a really good idea. Instead, what I am going to do is I'm going to build a barrack right after, and then I'm just going to send a soldier to scout. I remember I was playing with one of my friends on this game, and I forget what his name is, but he taught me that scouting with a worker is good. Also, making sure that you scout with a soldier is pretty good too. Even if the opponent goes raider, soldiers can kind of hold up their own. They don't have the same DPS, but they are still pretty tanky units, and so I think at some point I put my rally position over here. Alright, let's go ahead and see what our guest is up to. It looks like he builds a pretty quick dragon's lair. Like we said earlier, he gets his house, and he gets his first dragon. So that'll be an interesting development for me. I did not have dragons in mind, so this is kind of a cheese, right? Yeah, so pretty cheesy. And you can see that I've got this whole position set up so that if there's a frontal assault on my base, like if it was rare Rax versus Rax, or if it was Wolf or Beast, I would be pretty ready for it. So I see dragons. I did see this on my screen, and so I was pretty lucky or pretty fortunate to have gone for this. He does some worker harass. There's a tip that I saw pretty recently that if you stop mining your workers, the dragons will do less damage. And that doesn't mean that they don't stop attacking, so I probably should have moved my workers a little bit away much faster. But while all this is happening, I'm getting my advanced workshop. I really like or prefer playing racks where I can get a airship, get 5 barrack units, drop in the enemy base, and really disrupt their workers. But as you can see, this dragon is really trying to stop me. So he's playing really well. I think I'm trying to do all the right steps to try and fight this. But this is a pretty cool strategy overall from him. Or her. I don't know. I could be playing against a female opponent. That'd be pretty cool. Even though I have the money to produce, I'm trying to micro these archers, try and fight these dragons. I should still be building workers because I like to macro. If I want to have the ability to get more workers, um, actually the ability to get more money, I should get more workers. So I'm always focusing on my macro while I'm even fighting. Archers get pretty low, so I pull back, but at the same time I get this ballista, and so I micro the ballista to attack that dragon, and he gets pretty lucky to keep that dragon alive. But again, good. Um, this is just great play for my opponent. He makes sure that he doesn't stay so long that he maybe loses these dragons, and that becomes really cost efficient for him, right? Because meanwhile, I'm losing, money in archers. Let's see our income loss tab. Yeah, like I'm losing money from all the archers that are dying. I'm theoretically, well, he's really stopping me from doing the things that I want to do because I have to get these ballista, and and it really stops me from being able to play the game um, well at all. And so I get supply block because I'm distracted um, building a house while this is all happening. While this is all going on, he's on 2 bases. I think I scouted earlier and I didn't see this base. Let's go ahead and take a look at what my vision was like. Yeah, so I when I took my soldier over, I didn't see that at all. So I scouted earlier. I guess I didn't show that in the video. Let's see what his vision is like. Does he know how much of my base exists? Okay, so he knows. He knows basically what I have going on, and then he brings his dragons to come over and harass. So I have some archers over here to kind of deal with this problem, shoo his dragons away so I can keep mining. While this is going on, I decided I'm going to try and take a third base. I'm going to try and out macro him, which I'm kind of failing at, considering that he is being as cost efficient as possible. I'm already losing the macro game. I'm already down 1,800 gold, and he has lost absolutely nothing. And our mining is pretty much equal. And so I think this was a mistake on my part to go for this castle when I'm being attacked like this. Maybe I should have gone for another advanced workshop. Maybe I should have gone for another round of archers. But absolutely fantastic play from my opponent to make sure that he doesn't lose anything. That he makes sure that he stays cost efficient. So I want to be mobile with all of my units. So I get the airships so that I can move my ballista around a little bit faster. It's this kind of nice combo. I'm curious to see if he'll let me kill a dragon, but again, just look at this. Even though dragons are kind of cheesy, I wasn't expecting this at all. He kind of he's kind of cheesing me in a sense. I'm really not angry at it because he's playing so well. Look at how well he's making sure to manage his dragons, making sure that when they get low like this, that he pulls them away from the fight. And then he's also trying to get even more value when he can send healthier dragons in. While this is all happening, it constantly puts me on the back foot here. And so I constantly have to spread my units around to respond to whatever any of his attacks might be like. And while this is all happening, he's getting a third of his own. So he probably saw the fact that I have a third, and he said, should get a third of my own kind of thing. Let's take a look. Oh, while this is all happening, he's getting his upgrades. Okay, and they're defensive upgrades. This is interesting. Um, that is pretty interesting. Usually, I think people would go for offensive upgrades to make sure that they can kill things faster and you know thus take less damage when things are dead. But he went for defensive upgrades, and that might be pretty good too, because ballista do a lot of damage to air targets. They're the counter. Um, so that'll be interesting. I think I'll have to think about that strategy where he went for defensive upgrades instead of offensive upgrades. I don't know what the standard is, but as you can see, 2 archers is not enough to defend against 6 or 7 dragons. We can take a look at the production tab. Now he's getting his attack upgrades. I wonder if he canceled that other defensive upgrade. I don't think he did. Um, Maybe I was wrong, because it looks like this is the second upgrade. Maybe I was wrong. He probably got an attack upgrade earlier. I don't know how to check for that. He's got +4 armor, so I guess he did not. He did not do that. And so basically, at this point, I'm pretty desperate. I'm not quite sure where my opponent stands in terms of economics. I haven't been able to scout him at all, and I can pretty much tell that I'm on the back foot here. It's pretty easy. I've got some counters in this ballista, but his cost effectiveness. There we go. There's the word I'm looking for. Is fantastic. He can easily overpower these ballista. Um, Even though I have archers there, I don't have enough. This is where when I start sending over more units to try and deal with this. I think that I can take a 4th base. I obviously can't. And so this is kind of where the game comes to a close, I think. He's overpowered me with dragons. He's played absolutely well. Some of these dragons he's had, I think all of these dragons have been here since the beginning of the game. So he has really lost nothing while, I've lost a couple units. And so he's playing extremely well, and just good game to that guy. This is where I call it GG. We can take a look around the map. I really don't know why I thought I could go for this. I think my idea was that if I could get more economy, then I could afford to lose more units. But that doesn't work out because my opponent, I didn't know this at the time, but my opponent was already, getting set for 4 bases. His upgrades were good, so really, really well played game for my opponent, and can't wait to play some more fantastic matches. I'm curious to see. I don't know if there was anything I could have done from the offset of the match to try and counter this, but I'm really curious to learn and kind of study and see what other things that I could have done. Maybe you guys can leave some notes in the comments. If you saw anything, just say, hey, Chris, or Neagat, if you wanted to do this one thing, or try this one strategy against dragons. Once you find out that he's going dragons, you should do that straight away. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.